Hi everyone, AV here, and today I'm going to work on Sanctuary. I've just gotten to the point in the story
Hey, do you have a moment? I
where
want to.
we get a few settlers here in Sanctuary, and before I can go out and play, I gotta set this up because I don't want to worry about them or be bothered by them, honestly. I want to see this red stuff on my settlement UI. So there's a few things I want to do. I've already made a save. Actually, let me just delete some old saves real quick. Man, I got a lot here. I was doing a lot last time I was playing. Okay, so this is going to kind of be more of a cleanup. Basically, what we're going to do is first I'm going to go around the entirety of Sanctuary Hills, remove everything that I don't want, so we can decrease the settlement budget. Sorry, dog meat. Um, sorry, I'm trying to adjust the mic. Oh, and just a quick um, apology. This is my first real, like I did a test one that was like 17 minutes, but I know my mic quality isn't good right now, so I apologize for that. Um, I will be investing in a new mic and headset soon now that I'm starting to stream on PC. So that will happen. Anyways, so this isn't going to be a complete build like the one I did for Red Rocket, where I had unlimited resources basically, so I could build exactly how I want. In this one, I am playing the real game, so I am going to try and not cheat or anything like that. I say try because I do my own little head canons for stuff that I feel like makes sense, and I will allow myself to do that. Or stuff that's, where the hell are you going, Preston? I guess it's just part of his AI pathing. Anyways, so let's get started on cleaning up Sanctuary. The main thing I'm going to go around and look for are all the dynamic objects. Those are objects that can be moved by you bumping into them or whatever. If I had place anywhere, I might keep some of these to make them static for decoration. But since I don't have place anywhere, um, these objects are just going to get bumped around by dog meat or NPCs or whatever, and it's not going to look great. I don't know where they're going to go. I don't want that. It adds to the settlement budget. As you can see, the settlement budget right now is pretty high. That's because we have a lot of objects in the sanctuary, and the settlement budget is basically the way it works. And I guess I didn't explain this in the other game or my other video. The settlement budget is basically like a um, polygon calculator. So when you got a lot of 3D objects, especially complex ones, your budget's going to go up a lot and very fast. So you really do want to get rid of pretty much anything that, holy shit. Well, there's the, that's Fallout 4 for you. All right, I guess I need to kill some people real quick. Was not expecting that. Now, actually, this is a good opportunity to talk about something. So I'm sure most people who are familiar with the game, playing it for a while, there's a known bug where if you see a gun in your settlement, you could scrap it and it will reduce your settlement budget. You could bring in objects, you could drop guns and delete them, and your settlement budget goes down. This is a bug. You should not ever do that. It's not a good thing to do, it's not smart to do. The settlement budget is important. need to pay attention to it. Sticking to your settlement budget ensures that your save is safe. Going over the settlement budget is a risk. And if you want to take that risk, that's up to you. I take plenty of risks. Everyone has their own um, preference as to what's acceptable and what's not. I'm not interested in. I'm planning on playing like my save is going to be 80 plus 100 plus hours, so I can't be taking those kinds of risks. So I will not be picking up things like that. Any object that you could pick up, um, you should. I mean, guns are really the main one that I know that's a bug. These items that turn, all these can be deleted, like no issue. I don't think these really add to it. But anyways, that's just like a warning. So don't do that. Really abide by the settlement budget. That makes sure that your game doesn't have issues. That's the budget is your guide. It tells you this is how many polygons are in this settlement. When Bethesda made the game, yeah, I'm sure you've noticed different settlements have different budgets, and the reason is because the game is designed and the settlements are designed to take into account the 3D objects that are nearby that the game is um, the memory is loading and everything, and the settlement budget is part of that. So anyways, that's just kind of a nice tip. So for me, I do like to keep these mailboxes because they're part of the lore, Russell, and everybody here. The ones that have names, at least. The ones that don't have names, I don't really need those, so I might remove those. Walking around, these big tree pieces, you should remove them. I mean, well, you do whatever you want to do. I'm removing them because they get in the way of NPC pathing. Now, I do not have any scrap. Um, this is on PC, so I don't have scrap.settlement, which was supposedly a safe way to scrap items without it affecting your budget, or not your budget, your without affecting pre-combines. On PC, there's no way to have a scrap, like scrap everything is not safe. It can mess with pre-combines. You don't want to use it. I love this little bicycle. It's just really unfortunate that this is dynamic, so I don't know where this is going to be kicked around. So it's got to go. I'm just kind of going around, but actually I really need, I'm talking and I'm getting a little distracted. Let's stick to this area. Normally I stick to dynamic objects like these. Now this bathtub I could keep. So, and here's another thing about Fallout 4 for anyone who's played Starfield 2. There's a huge quality of life in Starfield, and that is when you delete an object, you get all the resources that it took to make that object. You get those back. Oh man, wasn't there a sign here earlier? Did it fall off? Am I thinking of something else? I swear there was a sign here. I didn't know that. I think there was a sign here, and I didn't know it was dynamic. Yes, it is. Interesting. Well, RIP to this lady. But I guess it does mean that I can be attacked. I'll need to keep that in mind. Now, that green border, this is everything within the settlement, so I usually do come down here and remove some stuff that I can see because this does contribute to your budget, and you just don't really need it. You're not going to notice these things missing. Since I don't have any sort of scrap everything mod, I can safely be assured that if I can scrap it, it's not a part of the pre-combines, and it's safe to scrap. I don't like to scrap trees. I like the way they look. Now you'll notice I'm not scrapping these bushes and stuff, and that's because sometimes it could look bad. So whenever it comes to these kinds of, the reason is because sometimes there are nearby bushes placed to look good with this stuff, and then when you scrap it, you'll see the bushes, they might look like they're floating. So I always like to make a quick little save, just in case. And now delete it. Yep, everything looks good. Sometimes it's a good idea to, if you see a lot of little details like papers on the ground and stuff like that, to make a save before you delete it, and then delete it, and see if you're okay with that. Because sometimes you might want to keep an object or a desk or whatever because of the details it might have with it. Now, one thing to know is any object that you see that is green, that means that I can build that. Any object that you see that turns, I'm trying to find one now, that turns yellow, that means I can't build that. When I delete this, it's gone. I can't recreate it. I also can't move it, but green objects I can press A on. So that's something to keep in mind. If you see an object, because going back to what I was saying about Starfield, you get all your resources back in Starfield for everything you craft. In here, it's a percentage. So like, it costs me, if it costs me like 3 wood and 2 steel to make something, I might only get back like 1 wood and 1 steel or something. So I like to, I heard myself echo. I hope everything's okay on my stream. Anyways, so I like to, if there's anything like this, like the doghouse, I do like to keep the doghouse. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to move that out here. And actually, I do keep, I'm talking and I'm running around. So initially I want to take all of these things because I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I think you can store these, but if you do store it, you have to go find it in the menu. There's not like a little sub menu that's just stored items. I'm surprised I can place the fishing rod back. I'm going to delete that because it's a dynamic object. Now, this is one thing I was talking about. See this here in table? When I scrap this, it's going to remove the little candle and everything on there. And you might be okay with that. I am, but look, even just pressing A on it is going to remove that immediately. If I press B, it returns. These are linked to that object, but if I delete it, that candle's gone. Oh, there's a chest here that I didn't even know about. I'll go ahead and pick that. I think I could scrap it and the contents should go to the workshop, but I want to grab the experience while I have it.
That's it.
And I'm going to just take everything. Okay. Yep, and as I was saying, so I'm keeping all these objects. I'll scrap that. Because I don't exactly know what I'm going to be doing with this sanctuary build yet. But I do know that there's some things I would like to keep. Like, that's something like, why is there a light bulb in here and I can't, not only can I not use it, I can't interact with it. Whatever, it is what it is sometimes. Okay. And dog food, I will store that. So objects that I know that are junk objects, I can store those in the workbench. This is an object I can't keep, so I'm going to scrap it. I could keep this. I don't really know yet what I'm going to do with a lot of these things. I haven't quite made up my mind yet, but I will get rid of this. I don't think this radiator is going to remove this scrap, but let's see. No, it didn't. That's fine. We don't want it anyways. Here's a rug, which is perfect in case I need to do a rug glitch. But actually what I'm looking for right now is a big rug. Do I have a big one? Here we go. What I want to do with this rug is just make this a little easier for myself. I'm going to These are just some objects that I'm keeping as I'm building. Now that I've placed this on the rug, I could move all these around together. I think I'm going to get rid of this car. Alright, so we have a toolbox here. I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to get rid of these tires. If it was like Starfield, honestly, I would just be deleting all this stuff, but since it's not, I don't think I can place it out there. No. Don't need a toilet. Need all that scrap. I do like to keep this here. I feel like it does respawn grenades every once in a while, but I can't honestly remember to confirm that. As much as I do like the cars sitting around everywhere, um, they are still kind of dynamic. They can be moved, sometimes by pack Brahmin or NPCs, and when they're new like that, like not destroyed like that one over there, that means that they can still blow up. And that might be something you're okay with. Um, it's something I'm debating on if I want to still have. This is just something I do. You can, if you're comfortable with it, you can just delete everything. Just know that if you delete or scrap everything, you won't be getting all those resources back. Like, let me just see, let me make sure. So this, if I were to scrap this kitchen table, I would get 2 wood and 1 steel. Let's go to USO, furniture, tables. Oh, not custom, just regular tables. Where is this kitchen table? Was it 2 wood and 1 steel? Yeah, so this table here costs 4 wood and 2 steel. So, you know, it's just something to kind of keep in mind. For me, I like to... you can build however you want to, but I like to just use whatever is in the settlement. I'm going to delete some stuff and build a little bit of a market area. I'm going to build a little, like, eating area. There you go. And I think it's kind of more fun, more scrappy to kind of just use whatever the game provides for those areas. And yeah. And another thing I do when I'm debating on like, should I delete this? Do I want to delete that? Just think about like, is this a noticeable detail? Am I going to, is this going to be super noticeable for me? Like if I come to this house, am I going to notice that this picture frame's not here? No, I don't think so. Again, I'm just apologizing again for my mic because I have a feeling that it's probably still really horrible quality. This is a separate door. This is a special fridge. These are separate objects. I will delete this. Actually, I might keep it. It might be cool to keep this fridge. Maybe there's something cool I could do with it. I don't need radiators anymore. I will keep that lantern there. I usually get rid of all of these pieces. I like to keep the stove. Oh, well, no. I would keep the stove, but through USO, there is a craftable stove that I can make. I'm not sure if I can go it here. Probably in, do I hear them hammering from all the way over here? I think so. Anyways, Yeah, so through USO, if I go to cooking, I can't build it right now, but I can build some cooking stove variants. Surprisingly, there isn't the blue one, but can't use this one, unfortunately. I'm gonna scrap it. Maybe I'll hold on to this for my bar that I'll be making. Now, a lot of this stuff we can't build yet because we're going to have to level up to have access to it. Like the bathtub, I'm going to remove. Actually, no, we need to have some of these things. I'll hold on to those for now. Now we've cleared out this whole room. Delete this sink. Get rid of that. Can't touch that. There we go. So this is one house kind of cleared. Oh, okay, can't touch that. Now, I'm going to get rid of this scrap here, but I'm going to keep the big ruined house there. It's something I like to do. I might get rid of it later. I can pick that up and move that. That one I can't, because this one is still dynamic, I think. Is there anything I can delete down here? Yeah, there's a tire. Get rid of that. Oh, whoa. I'm surprised I can interact with this boulder here. Not sure if that's actually a good thing. I don't know if that's a USO feature or if those I can actually touch, or if I have a mod that's letting me do that. I don't think I'm comfortable deleting that, though. Okay, so this is just a stump here, and this is one of those things where you have to ask yourself, like, am I going to notice it if this isn't there, if that's missing? No. I'll be fine. Alright, so for the fences, these add a lot to the budget, reducing it. So I will be getting rid of those. The grill I'm going to get rid of because whenever we become a higher level, we'll be able to craft a crafting stove. Oh, hell yeah. Come on, dog meat, help me out here. Thank you. And it just got super foggy, but that's fine because I don't really need to look out that far for this inside work that we're doing right now. I'm keeping all the chairs because I will be using those. I know Preston is sad and depressed that I'm not helping him with his settlement issues. We will be doing that soon. I usually do get rid of this one and put something here. I think I usually put like a basketball court there, but we'll see what it is I choose to do. I'm going to get rid of... Sometimes I would keep these because of the cool effects with them. I might keep some of these. I just usually feel like when you remove these things, the pathing is a lot better. NPCs will walk this road. I just like to just get rid of it. You don't have to worry about it. Worry about NPCs getting stuck on it or the car blowing up. Alright, so we are on... Yeah, this is the next house. keeping all this stuff for now while I figure out what it is I'm doing with it. I'm not quite sure, like I said, so... Yeah, so this is just something I do to find like the spot in the hitbox where it will turn green. I just rotate it around. You don't need that. There goes another rug. That's going to go. We'll keep the TV. Honestly, I don't really know why I keep the TVs. There's nothing to watch on them. So these are disconnected again. I already got one. I don't need two. I already got one of these. This is just an easy way for me to transport everything. I'll take this over to the middle area. Not sure what I'm going to use it all for. But I just like having that as an option. Okay, so let's just move some of this crap here so it's out of my way. Here I can delete the toilet. I always keep this terminal here because it's a unique terminal. I'm going to keep some of these containers and stuff, like I said, because I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Anything that's orange, like I can't even use it for anything, so might as well just delete it. Here's another rug. This is actually one of my favorite rugs. Clear everything. Touch the ceiling. Oh, I see some stuff in there. Yeah, so we are keeping this chair, like these chairs. And that, keeping that. I can put it up there, it looks like. Or maybe not. Sometimes it'll look like it is turning green, but it's actually just like a second before it goes to the ground. Okay, no, that worked. Cool. Alright. And let's see, what else can I take in here? Okay, this filing cabinet. And this chair. Good chair. Little dresser. Can I keep that? No. Can't keep that either. Nothing else here. So gotta get rid of that. Nothing else here that we can get rid of. I can't even. Interestingly, it doesn't look like I can scrap that desk. I wonder if it's connected to this safe. No? Alright. Okay, so okay. The filing cabinets are always kind of annoying. They have like weird hitboxes where you can't put stuff like right next to them. I almost always have to use the column glitch to get them exactly where I want. Alright, and I think there was like a side area or something. Oh, it's over there, okay. So we've cleared out the second house. Looks like I forgot to put this chair somewhere. And now we're back into this other house, okay. This is again a separated fridge, so I won't be keeping it. I will store these food items. And when it comes to decorating this settlement, I am going to be a little basic because this is, you know, I just started the game, I'm a low level, I can't build crafting tables yet, I can't add stores. So I'm a little limited in some of the things that I can do. So initially I'm going to just be doing like basic stuff. Later on we'll go back and we will upgrade everything. Oh, you know, I want to keep these. I really like these things. I like to put these in front of the sanctuary. Okay, is that everything in the backyard? I think so. I hope I didn't miss this on the other one. These things, I don't even feel like they're worth keeping. They're so small, these little tiny rugs. I don't even know if you'll notice them, if they're there or not. What's that? We can get rid of that. No welcome mat there. The fences, I'll be coming back to fix that later. What I'm going to be doing is taking all of these fences to fix and use as defenses and fences for the other parts of the area. I'm just checking to see if there's anything I can delete over here, like on the ground. We have another grill. Not keeping those. Ooh, a dog bowl. Okay, we will be using that. Well, yeah, store it. I want to store it because with OC Decorator, I can create a static version of that. That one is a no name. I might keep this. I think I can put this anywhere. Can I? I don't think I can. I think I already have one of these in our workshop over here. No? Yeah, we do. Well, I'm going to put another one over here on mine. Now, I do like to keep my car. This is our car, you know. So I like to keep that one. Let me just put this here for now. I don't know why we can't get rid of that door, but we can't. We don't need all this stuff. This isn't even going to be my base. Sometimes when I'm playing, I do like to make my home, you know, this is our home, be the same. Kind of like left, I leave it as is. This looks kind of weird right now. We should make a save. Okay. Here, okay, cool. Perfect, we have a rug in here. I don't have any radios on right now because I'm streaming, but normally I would. Okay, so those are good. Can I delete anything else in here? I can delete that. No? Can't delete that? Okay. Oh, there's a cap stash I missed. Seems like a lot of chairs, but that I'm holding on to right now, but we'll see. I don't know how many I need. I probably don't need all of those, but better to be over-prepared. It'll save me a lot of resources and building stuff, just being able to use what we already have. You know, my cellars need water and all that stuff, and we'll get to that in just a second. I'm not sure how many of these filing cabinets I'm going to need, if any at all. But I would like to have them. I must be hearing dog meat. I thought I heard somebody. I'm keeping some tubs because for my houses that I'm making for the sellers, I would like them to have a tub. I mean, I guess we do need a toilet somewhere, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. I never noticed this before. Okay. That's this house. Okay, and I'm going to go around it and make sure I got everything in the backyard. Actually, now that it's nighttime, I think I will probably sleep. I think I have a little rug somewhere. Little, maybe? Did I delete it? I might have deleted it. Alright, they're all complaining because there's no beds anywhere. Alright guys, because the only bed is going to be one for me. These beds are too big for them. I usually give my settlers a much smaller bed, but for right now I just want a little sleeping bag for me. Until I like 6 a.m. So 12, so it's 8, 7, 6. Oh great, it's raining, but at least we can see a little bit. And that's what I meant. Dog meat just knocked over a tire. Let's delete some saves. One more. Be safe. Okay. Keep going. Maybe we'll be done. I like to keep some of this stuff here in this area. But again, I don't want anything dynamic. These can be moved around. These ones. So I don't want them around here. Toilets, I do feel like we should have some toilets. I haven't decided what we'll be doing with them. That's right, we were going through this. Now this is my house. I do kind of like to keep everything as is here for the most part. Is this kind of... Okay, so that is a static... I mean a dynamic object. Oh, okay, baby bottle. Let's... Let me, Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I will keep these things here. Just getting rid of the dynamic objects. For the most part, I like to keep his house as how it is. Even though these aren't exactly where they were. Since that's yellow, I'm going to get rid of them. Things are a little bit different. I've always wondered, is that intentional or is that just in my game? The F underneath the Sean, like F in the chat for respects. I'm storing these specific items because my plan is to replace them eventually. Otherwise, that room can stay pretty much how it is. I'm not going to change anything here. It can just stay. Something dynamic? Oh, my, it's mine. That thing I can pick up? Yeah, it is. Okay. If I can take it, do I need to store it or delete it? Okay, so that's pretty much done in there. Let's check out the backyard. kind of keep some of this stuff back here. And for my guy, I would like to try to rebuild his little fence. Not sure how easy this is going to be without something like Place Anywhere. Oh good, there's some snack points, so that makes things a little easier. We'll fix that up more later if I want to. I don't even know if I want to. I just, for him. Eventually I might just get rid of it. We'll just have this around the settlement border. Like I might get rid of all these ones disconnecting the yards. Because, so we're going to be putting this area right here is going to be like the market. I'm going to have a little bar area here. And that's what's going to go here. And over on that one over there, this wrecked house, this is going to be, this will be the market. I'm going to have stalls over here. All the stores are going to be here. In my playthrough, the market is pretty much, or Sanctuary is pretty much like my main market area. Yeah, I keep this one because it blocks off this area over here. Otherwise, this whole area over there is kind of open. I'll be keeping this. I'm sorry for the bit of lag that you're seeing right now. But yeah, everything over there is going to go. I think I'm just going to keep this fence. I might use it for here. So in instances like this might be something I'll have to come back and do the column glitch. And I'll use the fence. I don't think I'm going to need it here, because the market will have its own barrier and stuff. But I'm holding on to it because it's a simple barrier I can use for lots of stuff. We have lots of stuff in here to work with. For some reason you can't get rid of this center one. Not sure why. Oh. Well. That's good. I might hold on to some of these crates. But I can always place them again later. They're not that expensive. Wood's relatively easy to come by. That just gives 1 steel and 1 wood, but I think it's a little bit more expensive to make that. You could be storing these objects into your workshop, and I think that would be fine. The only reason I'm not is because I feel like it's just kind of hard to find all of these things, and it's just easier if I can just see them. That's just how I do it. Oh, good to know. Maybe I could. I wonder if I could use these to put. I gotta answer a question for myself real quick because earlier I was trying to make like little pedestals for my my mannequins in my armory at my main base, and I couldn't really find any build items, but I didn't think to use an end table. Oh, I could. Awesome. That's what I'll be doing in my armory. Put it in anywhere there. See how much I'll be able to build too. I might be able to make the market and stuff now. We did get a lot of steel and wood, and that's really all you need to make the majority of wood items. Like wood structures. You don't need this mailbox, sorry. There's contents in there, nice. Alright, anything else in here? I don't know why I can't touch that. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't get flagged for that little second that was playing. The reason I'm taking all these out is so then I'm going to have a nice selection of options for me to build with, and from that selection, I will, you know, sparsely decorate a few of the houses for the settlers, And then I will get rid of everything that's left. But it's just nice to kind of know what is it that I have to work with before we get to that. But yeah, mailboxes don't have a name. I don't really care to have them. I do need to build this structure so that way I can see what we have. Now, as you can see, our budget has gone down to about half. I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of that budget that we still see is all from if a lot of it is from those picket fences, because those things are three-dimensional and there's a ton of them. Now, this is usually where I put my water purifier. I'm not sure if I can build that yet. It is something we'll be working on. I'm not deleting the boulders because I am trying to be conscious of it. I imagine if I can delete it, it's probably okay. I shouldn't be able to delete anything that's associated with pre-combine, but just to be safe, I'm not touching anything. I think I can touch the boulders because I think they're part of USO. I could be wrong. Oh, good. We have a lot of dog bowls and dog houses. Okay. So that is a lot of progress, I think. A lot of items to choose from for our houses and market areas and stuff. I do need to go through this one. Why did I keep that? Oh, I like that barrel. Because I want it to be connected to the chemistry station. It just makes sense to me. Gotta get rid of all these tires. Don't need it. This little concrete wall looks cool, but I feel like it's one of those things I'm not going to notice it if it's gone. So let's check. Make a save. This is actually one of those. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Now, I don't know why this is down here. Personally, it doesn't make sense to me. The only thing is, if you've ever played Fallout 4 and you were like seeing settlers appearing on the roof, I believe, I don't know for sure, but I think that's because there's activator spots, like if he's going to sit down here. So that means that there's probably an activator spot right here in the spot that settlers can sit on. And I think sometimes if you place an object there, settlers tries to go there, they can't, so they just appear on the roof. So I try not to really put objects in this area other than what was already here to begin with. Because like right, I know they stand over there a lot. I know one of them hammers here, so if you put anything in that spot, settlers might appear on the roof. Hammer's right there. You can see they're hammering right there, so you can't put anything against that wall. It's safe to get rid of that toolbox though, and this and that. kind of going around and making sure I didn't miss anything in these other areas. I usually keep this here because I don't really like this being at my base, but at some point I might move that to my base and get rid of it from here. I like that to stay there. Looks really cool there, but I guess it's also one of those things, like, am I going to notice it if that's gone? Probably not. I let them keep the bathroom stuff. Oh yeah, let's get rid of that. Keep your bathtub. Love this model work on this Rex. It looks so good. Doing now. Did we clear out this one? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh hey. Oh shit. Was that music playing again? It probably was. This thing's gonna get flagged. I'll make sure that that radius. Okay. I have my name on it. Okay. I think I usually keep this one because of that shrub spot there. But I think I want to get rid of it. A lot of tables, probably more tables than I need. Maybe I should start working on the market area now so I can just see what I'm actually working with. One thing about this game is the pathing, so let me try to save real quick. What I like to do is... Oh man, I forget how much faster it saves on here than on the Xbox. Do one more. Okay. So, if you want to make sure that your settlement kind of looks alive, you really want to make central locations where you want all your NPCs to kind of gather. So you want to have like where all your crops are, an area. You want to have an area where like the bar is and tables and chairs nearby that. And then you want to have an area where your stores are. You can have your beds wherever you want, whatever is your preference. But like you don't want to have tables and chairs and things that they can idle on in places where you're not going to see them, or you'll come to the sanctuary and you won't see anyone. So that's why I'm gathering these things, moving them out for now so I have an idea of what it is that I can build with. And then whatever I don't need, I'm just going to get rid of it. Toilets. We do need toilets. Just for me, I like to have some realism. People need to poo. I don't know why I can't grab this. I feel like it's something, some sort of bug. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to grab that. Maybe not. Maybe it's always like that. I'm storing these. Actually, I probably stored enough at this point. I will go through and edit that main house later on. Once I feel comfortable doing that. I want to clear everything else out first. I do like this little box of candles and stuff, but it's gotta go. Okay, let's see. Rid of this. I don't think we need that rug. I'll keep some of these things. I do feel like we have more chairs than we need at this point. But just for now, because like I said earlier, it's cheaper to just use what we have. And we're new and we're not cheating, so if I don't have the materials to make it, I'm not doing it, unless it's a very specific thing, like me needing to have custom storage for everything at my house. Because I need a nice foundation where I can go out, have fun, explore, and then come back and drop off my stuff in an organized way. That's ceramic, and that's really important. These rugs will be important. Oops, almost deleted the table. I hear a radio. Maybe I don't. This is in my mind, that's all. Okay. Like that toilet. It's a decent looking toilet. I think I'll make a small outhouse. And, I mean, maybe I'll make a few. Because eventually this is going to be, like I said, this sanctuary will become my main settlement, where this is where I'm going to send all the settlers to. I'll have like 20 plus settlers here, whatever the max is. And, yeah, that's what my plan is. The other settlements I don't really care about. I'm just going to be moving everybody here. I might still do something at Starlight because I just like that one. It's a cool place. I mean, ideally, eventually, I will have a few. I'll keep one stove. I'll have a few, like, settlements, like hubs, like Sunshine Tidings. I know I'll use the one with the pool that the ghouls are at. I'll keep that. put chairs on things. Or some chairs, I guess. Okay, well that's good enough. When you click on something, the distance you're at is what it will stay as, so you can kind of move stuff a lot quicker. Like that. I think we've cleared out this house too now. Any picture frames I'm missing? It looks like I see something in the bathroom we missed. No. Got it. Everything in here is good. Right, let's grab this thing. Move that outside. Got a lot of stuff to work with. Probably a lot more than we need. Alright, Mr. Handy. He really likes this house for some reason. Alright. Okay. Let me save. And let's do a little quick run around and make sure that we got all of those fallen trees and stuff. I think we did. Oh, look, there's one we missed. Going to need that for sure. Houses. Oh, this is one of the side houses. I guess I'll keep one of these for the market over here. And I do like to keep this area because this is some light, some ambient light, so I'd like that to stay there. Now these areas, I usually put rows of mute fruit here. So I might be getting rid of these swing sets and stuff, but I really like them for the ambience that they provide. Like, ambience, I mean like the environment. It just adds some immersion, I think. Although realistically, I feel like we would have torn those down and used those for something. Hi, Poco. That's my cat. She's saying hi. Hello. Okay. We do have some plants here, but these are some of the worst plants. And that's probably why we were attacked. I think the attack variable is based on like how much food you produce versus how much defense you have or something like that. And how much happiness there is. I'm not quite sure. Okay. So I kind of never use this side of Sanctuary. What I usually do is usually block it off like right about here. I think I start it like right here. I'll block off Sanctuary from right here. Actually from here, I think. The end of this house to this house. And this will be the front of Sanctuary. I'll put a fence here. And then I use this fence barrier, this big hedge barrier, I use that to block off as like a wall. I'll have this gate will stay here, but I think I'll delete these. Or I might use them. I usually put my Brahmin over here, and this whole area will be for my Brahmin. Hi, Boko. And I put some picket fences and some of those flamingos over here by the sanctuary intro. And I think we got most everything. I feel pretty content on all of that. Now at this point, what's left is kind of building, taking the pieces of fence that I want to keep. And I'm just going to delete these. Taking the pieces of fence that I want to keep, deleting the rest of the fence that I'm not using. And yeah, that's going to be part 2. We'll do something with all this stuff. Okay, so this is going to be the end of part 1, and then I'll start working on part 2. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if it does inspire you to build something in Fallout, please comment, let me know. I'd love to check it out. See you soon.